Dr. Grace Vuoto is the executive editor of the Edmund Burke Institute for American Renewal, a conservative think tank located in the heart of Washington, D.C. Dr. Grace is the weekly D.C. correspondent to Freedom Friday with Carl Gallups. She is also a former writer for the Washington Times and a former college professor and the current editor of Reflections magazine. The following video takes excerpts from Dr. Grace's latest article for Reflections magazine. Her entire article can be accessed by clicking the live link below this video. Dr. Grace says, Rush Limbaugh has had 4 wives. Newt Gingrich has had 3 wives. In total, between the two of them, 7 women have walked down the aisle and have heard a vow of eternal loyalty pledged by these men. With numbers like these, Dr. Grace says, the 2 men should convert to the Muslim faith. Instead, they are prominent leaders of our once deeply Christian nation. These are now the men who claim to be authentic conservatives and shamelessly accuse others of not being conservative enough. Dr. Grace goes on to say, in 2012, any candidate who can halt President Obama's radical agenda will put a good down payment on steering the nation into a sensible path. In addition, great efforts must be made to retain and expand GOP seats in the House and capture the Senate. This will be a second down payment on rehabilitating the nation and compelling the next president to accept conservative legislation. Finally, the Tea Party must continue to infiltrate and expand its command over the GOP. In tandem, Dr. Grace says, all of these efforts will inch America in the right direction. However, she says, the current primary contest will serve as a landmark if, at the very least, we return to one traditional principle. Private morality is more important than public achievements. If we restore this simple yardstick in all of our decisions, not just in electing a leader, we can go a long way toward reversing the liberal dominance of our culture, and by extension, our politics. In summary, Dr. Grace says, here is a simple note to conservative leaders. The less spouses you have, the better. To Dr. Grace at ppsimmons, we say, Amen.